Here it is right here. As today, the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was out talking about the new $2,000 stimulus check or $2,000 dividend payment, as the president is calling it. And I'm going to play this clip for you so you can see and hear for yourself exactly what the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said today. In an interview on this new $2,000 payment, I want you to see it, and I'm going to play this in just a minute. Now, before I play this clip, I want to point out a couple different things. Number one, if you can, I would highly suggest listen to the entire clip. It's about 2.5 minutes long, so it's kind of a longer clip here, but again, I'm going to play it for you and you'll hear all the details of this. But he talks first about the $2,000, and then he trails off and talks about tariffs and a bunch of other things for a little bit. And then he comes back and he talks about the $2,000. Again, I want you to hear all of it, okay? Also, after he speaks and after I put this clip up and you hear this, I'm going to come back and talk about and clarify the details of this a little bit further, because I know this much for sure. He's going to say something in this clip that is probably going to irritate a lot of people. I'm just going to say that right now. I already anticipate that it's a very common concern that I see showing up down below in the comments section. Let me come back after I play this clip right here. After you hear it, let me come back and clarify this for you a little bit greater, because I know a lot of people are going to feel very mad / angry / discouraged about this. And I want to reassure you, please do not feel that way. And again, I know it's easy to feel that way, but let me come back afterward and we'll talk about it more. All right? Anyway, play the clip right here. Scott Bessent, Treasury Secretary, today out in this interview, the latest information on the $2,000 stimulus check, and I'll catch you again here in about 2.5 minutes and we'll talk through the details. Here's Scott Bessent's proposal to send $2,000 checks to average Americans. Now, does he need congressional approval to do that? But these two moves are, many people believe, in response to these worries about the cost of living. Well, Maria, and again, this just didn't spring up. We've been working on it since day one. We've had executive orders that were done in January or February, and we've been working on it every day since the administration started. And the other thing too is, like, some of the products you listed, those are a result of we've been working on trade deals with Central and South American countries, for 6, 7, 8 months. And just this past week, we signed the trade deals. So not only will the tariffs come off some of the things you just listed, like coffee, like the cocoa, many other bananas, many other items, that's a result of the trade deals going through, and then we will see this go down. And, we're also seeing the import barriers for the other countries come through. So this is a complete trade policy, and now we are going to see it affect the prices. Secretary, is he going to be sending these direct payments to Americans of $2,000 or more? We will see. We need legislation for that. And again, President Trump is all about solutions, Maria, and everything is on the table. But I will tell you that again, thanks to him keeping his campaign promises to working Americans with the working class, no tax and tips, Social Security, overtime, we are going to see a big bump in the first quarter with the refunds and the real incomes. President Trump has also talked about sending $2,000 refunds too, and that would be for working families will have an income limit. Those could go out. All right. Now there's the clip of the Treasury Secretary from that interview from earlier today, and I just want to spend a few minutes right here in this video talking about a couple of the key details that he mentioned again in this clip right here that I do anticipate is probably bothering a few of you here in this community and wondering, where are we at right now? Will we get this? Will we not? And what are the other details about this? Okay, so a couple key takeaways is, number one, he did mention again in the clip, it has to be done through Congress, through the traditional congressional process where they pass it through the House, pass it through the Senate, and then push it on to the President for that signature, turning it into law, and again, obviously getting the majority votes in also the House and in the Senate. Now, they could do it that way, or they could also do it through the reconciliation process, which is basically an option that they do have, and they did indicate there will be more reconciliation bills coming. That's what lawmakers have indicated. So that's another option as well. They could do it through either of those if they just so wanted to. Now, another really big one that I think a lot of you in this community are probably very worried about. At the very end of the clip here, he said this would be for working families. Okay, let me clarify that really quickly, because I know for a fact a lot of you in this community that receive Social Security, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, VA, RRB, things like this have been very, very concerned is, will we also be included? Here's the thing. Remember, it's based on income. That's all it's about. It's based on income. They do not go out with these packages and say, are you working? Do you have a job? If you have a job, you can get this check. If you don't have a job, you don't get a check. That's not how this goes. It's based on income. Okay? And here's what I want to point out. Now I want to full disclaimer. This is not tax advice. This is not accounting advice. I'm not your CPA. I'm not your accountant. I don't know your financial situation. And honestly, I don't want to know your financial situation. That is none of my business. Okay? But here's what I want to say about this. All they do is they look at someone's income, and if it is below the threshold in which they put in place. Now, in this video, he did not specifically mention an income threshold. However, a couple days ago, in the middle of this past week, on Wednesday of this last week here, just a few days ago, he did indicate for those individuals or households with an income under $100,000. Okay, we don't know what it's going to be technically yet. He is indicated under $100,000. It could be 75. It could be 60. We're not quite sure, but basically under 100 grand, all they do is look at your income, compare it to the income threshold that they put in place. That's it. They don't say where's your income coming from. Are you working? Are you working a job? If that's the case, you can get a check. No, it is not about working, or not. It's about your income as a function or as a percentage of the threshold in which they put in place. That's it. Okay, I know a lot of people are very, very, very worried about this, thinking that you're going to be left out because you're not out there working 9 to 5. Is anybody working 9 to 5 these days? Seriously, you know what I mean? So my point is that is not what this is all about. It's not about having a job or not. It's about your income. Income. That's all you got to worry about. Okay? It's that. Now, you might be thinking I don't file a tax return. Then what about me? Okay, if you don't file a tax return, what that tells me is that your income is below the threshold. Reason being is that, again, not tax advice, not accounting advice. If your income is below the standard deduction on paper, your income is $0 in the eyes of the government. In the eyes of the government, your income is zero less than 100,000. I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but yes. Okay. Yes. In my mind, in the numbers that I understand, 0 is less than 100,000. Yeah. Exactly. That's what it means. Okay, so again, let's not get too caught up by that. I see a number of comments down below saying this is only for those people that are working. No, it's not. It's not about that at all. Okay, please do not get too caught up about that. Again, we don't know all the details about this. They're still hammering out the details of this final proposal on this thing. Okay, my point being is that it's all about income. It's not about where you get the income from. It's not about that. It's about, do you earn over the threshold or not? Yes or no, that's it. If you earn over the threshold, sorry, then you're not eligible. If you have income under the threshold, now you're eligible. Anyway, just want to point that out again. I know I've reiterated that multiple times, not only in this video but in other videos as well, but I really want to hammer that point home because I know a lot of people are very scared and worried that you're not going to be included. First off, I would say this: that's not how it works. Number one. Number two, let's wait for the final draft of this thing to be coming out here and really dig through the details. At that point, there's no way that they're going to come forward with this and say everybody gets it, except for Social Security. That would be very bad. Very bad, could you imagine that? Especially in an election year next year, right? 2026. Not that far away. Only, I mean, a matter of weeks at this point. Could you imagine them coming forward and say everybody gets a check except for Social Security? That would be a really bad, not smart move. Okay? They would not do that whatsoever. They would not do that, especially in an election year. Okay? My point being is that do not worry about that. Let's see how the other details come out about this. Just remember, it's about income. It's not out there. If you're working a 9 to 5, if you're grinding all day, has nothing to do with that. It's just about your income. Okay. Anyway, this is what we know now. Again, I'll continue to keep you posted as we get more information. If you have not done so, please consider subscribing, 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video. Big share button right down below as well. Otherwise, stay tuned. Check out that live stream from earlier today. Otherwise, check out the other videos and just continue to watch here. There's going to be a lot of things coming out this week. I guarantee it. It's going to be a busy week. Basically, between now and the end of the year and early next year, the first few months of next year, it's going to be very busy. A lot of things are going to be happening. And I'll continue to be here for you, right by your side, breaking it down every single day in these videos and in live streams. I'm here for you. Remember, I'm here to represent you. I'm here to advocate for you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to point out anything you can possibly grab or take advantage of, including raises to your benefits, money, programs, stimulus, anything you can grab. I want to help you out in any way that I possibly can. Thank you so much for watching this. Subscribe down below, 100% free. Share the video, big share button down below. Drop your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. And until next time, I'll catch you later on the next